Bemugore.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you so much. When I reflect on the 34 years, the first thing I feel is gratitude. Gratitude and not pride, but gratitude. Gratitude and not pride. Gratitude to God. Because I know more than anyone else that whatever has been achieved in this season of my life was not achieved by me. It was achieved by God, from whom all blessings flow. God opened doors I did not knock on. He placed people beside me who made the work possible. Many times I cried to him for help and he sent me help. Sometimes from most unexpected sources, like when he sent Dr. Journalism. Some of you will remember Dr. Journalism. That was after I had made a very long prayer to God. And the night fellowship sent this angel. And he gave me the grace to keep going on days when it wasn't easy. So before anything, I thank my Lord. I thank you, Jesus. I thank you, my Savior. I thank you because you promised you'd be with me, and you have been faithful. Thank you, Jesus. I'm deeply honored to welcome you, my guests today, and I would like to appreciate Vision Group so much. I know it's a very tight time for us, so I do not take this for granted. I know that you could have well said farewell on email, and I wouldn't have been annoyed because I know what we are going through. But I'm so grateful that you put this together for me. And you even allowed me to bring in my family so that they can see the place I have stayed in 34 years. Each of you, and especially to the directors, your being here is so precious to me, and I appreciate that you stepped aside, left your busy schedules to be here. To you, the esteemed members of the board, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for your guidance over the years, for your patience, and for the trust you placed in the content generation and distribution department. Leadership is never easy, and I've always appreciated the seriousness with which you have taken your responsibility. To the Chief Executive, Mr. Don Wanyama, thank you for the partnership. I would probably have left 3 or 4 years ago if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much for the support, for the conversations, sometimes the difficult conversations in the middle of the night. Thank you for understanding that good journalism and good business are not opposites. I'm proud of what we have built together. I would like to appreciate Mr. Dervaz Nyanabo. Thank you for mentoring me. Thank you for mentoring many of us. Thank you for being that stabilizing factor in Vision Group. And I'm sure you noticed that whenever I was against the wall, I walked directly to your office. Thank you for always having an open door policy for me, and I believe for the others. I would like to appreciate my Expo family, my head of HR, Gloria. Thank you so much for being there. You, if any other person, knows a lot more about me, but thank you so much for standing with me. I would like to appreciate all the others, Mr. Wilson Kamba, Laurent Pahira, Dennis Semkasa, Marjorie Nalubowa, Pauli Kanza, Moses Ateng, Engineer Peter, last but not least, Mrs. Hope Nwagaba Mugendi. Hope and I have a very interesting relationship. So she's the money girl, and I'm the content person. And as you heard from CEO, we almost always conflict every other time in the meetings. But Hope and I are also the closest of friends. Hope, I'll never forget that when I lost my father, you were personally there. I can never forget that. Thank you so much. Sometimes it has been stormy in the boardroom, but it has always helped us to serve our audiences and country better. I live with fond memories of each of you and the colleagues who left before us. I salute our many support teams in the different departments. I'm sorry I can't say every name, but you know I appreciate. Allow me to mention just a few, but I know that there are so many. Miss Caroline Arinaitwe, Carol, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Council Irene Akurut, thank you so much for your support. Council Kenneth Ntende, I don't know whether he's around. Thank you so much. Please take our regards to him. As a department, we adore him. We adore him because he came in and changed the working relationship between legal and editorial. He's the council, but he stands up from his office, walks to our desks and interacts with us. And that, as you will see in my handover report, has drastically reduced the cases, the legal cases, because you're always interacting face to face. Thank you for working behind the scenes, all the support teams. Thank you for working behind the support teams, the scenes, to make all this work. Yes, Rasul, I have seen you. Thank you so much, Rasul. Thank you so much for learning that editorial is at the core of the business, and when there is a story, every other thing must stop. Thank you so much. Thank you to Maureen Balayo. Maureen, please stand up. Maureen has been a strong support for me. In the vision structure, we do not have a PA, but she has actually been my PA. Even when she was promoted to HR, she still remained my PA. She knows how to read me like I don't know what. She would know even when I needed water or when I needed granuts, because my meal is usually tea and granuts, and she would know. She would know when my office was dirty. She would know when I needed a break. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you for being there for me. I'll just say this. The newsroom will need a mother. And I'm so glad that Gloria took a decision to get you to study and get promoted to the HR position. Because what is going to happen, you'll be there because you understand journalists, you understand our temperaments, you understand our pride, you understand everything, you understand our deadlines, and I'm sure you can explain to the HR colleagues that no, this one is not just being difficult, they're under pressure. Thank you so much. I salute my team EIC, past and present, and in no any order, I'm just reading them as I find them. Afande Ale Felix Osike. Please, Afande, even if you're the only one who stands up, please stand up. Afande, just come over here for a picture. I know there will be opportunities for pictures, but this is my right-hand man. Thank you, Felix. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being a strong journalist. Thank you for believing in journalism. In the 6 years, we've done over 100 investigative stories, some of them very, very big. And Afande Felix has always been there behind the scenes to support. Thank you so much for keeping the teams together. When we moved to get integrated, we had been planning it for many years, I think since 2008. But when it eventually happened, it was in the midst of COVID. So the usual me, I set down the rules, put them on email, and I'm like, people move. We are beginning integration. And people were not moving. One morning, Felix wakes up, and he literally carries computers. You move here, you move there, you move here. And within a minute, we had achieved it. Thank you so much, Afande. Thank you so much. I'd like to recognize so many of them. I'll just read them at speed because of the time. David Mokoli, thank you so much, David. Geoffrey Kuluya, Ben Opolot, John Kakande, Happy Mosigwa, John Eren, Henlock Nankunda, Helen Muchidi, Helen Yes, Richard Kaija, Aka Baguma, Joseph Akiso, Grace Lekuru, Peter Labeja, Martin Kahwa, Ronald Santana, Dixon Nandinda, Ronald Sevtiko, Alex Guitar. Is Alex here? You didn't invite him. Joya Bo, Fred Kawesi, Constantine Odong, Emmanuel Sejongo, Irene Besigiroha, Francis Kagoro, Rose Chigongo, Edna Mubiru, Roger Zakanjika, and all the desk editors, producers, and colleagues with whom we have burnt the midnight candle to serve our audiences. Your selflessness has kept this company and the department strong. You know what to do. Please promise me you will work happy. Work happy. You live in the newsroom 24/7. You can't afford to have enemies. You can't afford to be sad. Work happy. Please support Sydney. Support each other. And we shall continue excelling in service to Uganda. Yes, I move out of Vision Group, but New Vision will always be my brand. Vision Group will always be my brand. And my pride will be if it is flying, not when it is low. I salute our brave journalists who continue to comb the streets and bushes of this country and who have surmounted many challenges to continue telling Uganda's story accurately and in a balanced manner. As I have said before, you are the eyes and ears and mouths of the voiceless. I know you embody our values of courage and integrity, and you will continue to serve faithfully. In this era of AI, I trust that you will go to the field, you will continue going to the field, and you will not sit at your desks to manufacture stories. Yes, we expect you to use AI, but you will use it in a reasonable manner. We, the citizens of Uganda, are depending on you for credible information, and we don't expect any less from Vision Group just because your vision. To the incoming editor-in-chief, Sydney, welcome, and I mean it sincerely and with great joy, because I have seen you grow from the time you were a young man up to now. You've been well prepared across the newsroom. You're walking into something very wonderful, but also very complicated. I'm pleased for you. I'll pray for you. And But I'll let you be. Because I want to tell you, nobody should tell you that you can't fit Barbara Kaija's shoes. Those are Barbara Kaija's shoes. Create Sydney Maria's shoes, and they'll be okay. 34 years is a long time, and yet standing here, it feels only yesterday. I joined the New Vision in 1992, actually precisely it was January 10, as a sub-editor trainee. We had one newspaper then. I was young, I was eager, and honestly, I was not entirely sure of what I was doing. I thought it was going to be something like marking compositions in English and literature. What I found though was a newsroom filled with people who believed in something, people who understood journalism, and who understood that it was not just a job but a responsibility, and indeed a calling. That belief shaped me. And I would like to think that together we have kept it alive through everything that we have followed. I salute Mr. James Tumsime, the founding editor who recruited me, Mr. William Pike, our beloved CEO then and editor-in-chief, Mr. David Sepuya, who did a lot of the features we still depend on today, Mr. Derivaz Ndianabo, Mr. Bakulumpa Jirwanga, who was my first boss, and my colleagues Rosemary Kenibisha and Adjeri Kanyaihe, and many others, the late Paul Nsereko, and very many others, Ikebes, who taught me to edit. I salute my colleagues and my supervisors, past and present, because without standing on their tall shoulders, I wouldn't be here. Indeed, what has followed has been quite a journey. We have grown into a multimedia powerhouse. 2 newspapers, 7 radio stations, 4 television stations, websites, magazines, and even books. I salute Mr. Robert Kavshenga and the past boards for their foresight, because today the broadcast department contributes 28% of the company's revenue, and that is no mean task. In the 16 years I have been editor-in-chief, we have covered 4 national elections together. I salute the reporters who go to the field, the editors who have stayed late, the producers, photographers, sub-editors. I may not have mentioned your name and you're here. It's not because I don't recognize you, it's because I have a time constraint. And I salute Mr. Geoffrey Kulubya and the editors before him. Yes, every milestone in this department has been reached by all of us together, but we have also been tested together. We went through the pandemic, the shutdown of the world that forced us to reimagine how we worked. We restructured the entire newsroom without a consultant. CEO, it was without a consultant. Consultants, I don't know, had given us what bills, but we restructured without a consultant. Yes, we've been able to bring print, broadcast, digital, and integrated the hub. I wish I could say it is 100%. No, it isn't. We are probably at 50 or 60%. And I trust that under you, Sydney, we shall continue until we are fully integrated. Because our audiences are integrated, we can't afford to do it otherwise. We lost revenue streams that we had relied on for many years during COVID. We navigated many things, but here we are at last. As we live, we have completed the digitization of the entire New Vision newspaper, 1986 to date. The coding is not yet done. The coding and the index is not yet done, and we've already put in our request to HR so that the exercise continues. This is an important product because it's where your next money is coming from. In the era of AI, you have no option. We've launched the New Vision Foundation under the watchful eye of John Eren. And already it is signing for some meaningful funds. Sydney, I hope you will forgive me for saying a few words to you, especially in front of everyone. You are working in a department filled with talent, dedication, and institutional knowledge that cannot be found in any document. I've written a report, but it may not carry everything. The people around you have given years of their work to this organization. They care deeply, that's why they are here. I gently encourage you to lean on them, listen to them, and make space for their experience alongside your own vision. I have a feeling that you already know this, but I felt it's still important to say it. The work ahead is not without difficulties, but I live with complete confidence that you are equal to it, and that a team around you will make sure you are never facing it alone. To my colleagues, I want to say something. I'm not sure I've always said clearly enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for every story we have chased when you were tired. Thank you for every deadline we have met. Sorry about the long WhatsApp messages in the middle of the night demanding that we meet deadlines. Don't worry, you won't get them anymore from me. Thank you for the laughter in the newsroom. Thank you for the arguments about whether this is the right word for the headline or not. For the pride you took in your work, and even when the work was hard and the recognition was not there, I would like to thank you. Thank you for trusting me with the privilege of being part of you and being your team leader. I've been shaped by this place, I've been shaped by Vision Group in ways I'm only beginning to understand. I carry all of you with me. And now please allow me to introduce my family. The first person on my list was my Kaija. He's not here, but I'll still recognize him. He was called for national duty at short notice. I know my mamas will pass on the message. My beloved Kaija, Professor Dr. John Senfuma, thank you for sacrificing everything to be here today. He's not here obviously, but I told you he was called for national duty. Thank you for representing your beloved sister and confidant. Thank you for representing your beloved sister and your confidant, my mother, the late Mrs. Elizabeth Namteli Katreseboa, and the larger Luandaga family. Thank you for standing tall and strong in our family. My beloved mamas, Mama Ruth Serada, and Mama Rachel Duko, please stand up for recognition. Thank you for always being there for me, especially after the passing of your sister. Thank you for loving me, and thank you for being here to represent all our lovely mamas. My beloved Baba, Omusomesa Maria Nabona, please stand up for recognition. Thanks for being here to represent the wider Nakanyuke family, my beloved Jaja, and all our mamas. My beloved brother, Bob Nyai Kakagoro, and my beloved sister, Mrs. Sarah Mbabas Kakoza. You may sit, Sarah, thank you. And your beloved husband, Mr. Abdallah Kakoza, please stand up for recognition. Thank you for being here to represent our beloved daddy, the late Omugrusi Philip Kagoro Arali, and the larger Kagoro family. My childhood friend and sister, Mrs. Winnie Mukiwenga, and your beloved husband, Dr. Patrobas Mukiwenga. Thank you for standing with my family. Thank you for being there for us for more than 3.5 decades. Thank you for doing life with the Kaijas. I first met Winnie 46 years ago. I was in senior 3 and she was in senior 2. And we have been together ever since. Today she represents a few other friends, a handful of them, who we have fellowshiped with for 50 years. Because of the HR limitations, I couldn't obviously invite them. They would have caused chaos in the room. Our beloved children, Mr. David Kaija and Mrs. Sarah Kisache. Thank you for always supporting Mommy. Thank you for being here to represent your siblings and the larger Kaija family. I'm sure you, more than any other person, have borne the brunt of my busy career. But God is merciful. Here we are at last. Last but not least, allow me to introduce my husband, Amoti. Thank you so much for giving him that ovation. Thank you so much. I promise I wouldn't tell you this story, but let me tell you. So one day when I think David was a baby. I'll talk about that a bit more, but David was a baby. He was still breastfeeding, and we stayed in Kajas. So that time we only had one van running, eastern, western, northern route. Rasul, you think you have problems? That time there were problems. So we also were doing like really stone. If you hear stone sabbing, there was actually a glass with stone, and you cut and paste and even put there the full stop like this. And then the typesetter will tell you the full stop has refused, so you go with a pen and put it there. So that particular day, the pictures, I think the camera was spoiled or something. So we didn't leave after the normal process. We left and the typeset, the pasters were supposed. So you see the sub-editor role now has absorbed the typesetting, the pasting, the proofreading roles, all have been absorbed. So that time all those were departments. So this particular time there was a picture for page 1, and I think it was the president's picture. So I finished working, I was the stone sub, I have this baby at home, I'm rushing for Kajas. Now I have bargained very, very well with this driver that this time you are taking me first. You're not taking me last. Because I have a baby. So I leave, I'm very sure I have handed in everything, headlines. Please remember these are bromides. So I just finished having a bath, I'm entering bed. Now this is about coming to 2 a.m. I'm entering bed, I'm from office. Mr. Kaija is at home with the baby. I hear the hoots. Toot, toot, toot. We want the new vision woman. We want the new vision woman. Oh God. So Patrick is like, hey, seems those people are looking for you. Let me go and find out. So he goes out and comes back and says, yes, they're looking for you. You didn't give them a picture. I'm like, I didn't give them a picture. I told him I'm in danger. Maybe I will not even have a job tomorrow. Because if the president's picture is not there, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I tell him I must go back. He says, really, you must go back? I say, yes. He says, okay, we are going together. So we entered the van. You know, it's from Kaija back to Vision Group. Luckily, there was no jam. And we actually did get the picture in. I had forgotten it in my drawer. I don't know if I told you that.
I've been stunning.
So, Amoti webale muno. Webale kwemera nani. Thank you so much. Thank you for starting with me. Thank you for doing life with me and being there in the sad and glad times. Thank you for loving and caring for us as a family. Thank you for always covering us and praying for us. Even when we have not fasted, you have fasted. Thank you for supporting my career. And even when my schedule often got insane, I thank God that we are here at last. You know well that you are also to blame for my being in this job. Because you are the one who carried my application to New Vision. And you said you would support me. So thank you so much for fulfilling your part of the bargain. When I walked into the newsroom on January 10th, 1992, I was 5 months pregnant. And that was with Daudi. Daudi, please stand up. So we walked in, the two of us. The maternity leave then was only 6 weeks. I'm sure the HR people now look at it and wonder. After 3 months, Daudi was tired of my nocturnal habits and he refused the breast milk. This worried us to bits. We moved from one page to the other until one day Dr. Kasiri, who was working from BMK, told me, you know what, relax and leave the boy alone. With God's help, I always worried that maybe it would affect his mental ability. With God's help and with a lot of support from my husband and my beloved sister, Faith Kagoro Awoli, who is not here now, the baby survived the long newsroom hours. He survived the stone-stabbing nights, and here we are today. I would like to appreciate my sister in absentia. I know you will tell her. Thank you so much, Awoli, for being a great support in this journey. She was always home with the children, so I didn't have to worry. Thanks be to God who has helped us, and the children are now adults, and we are blessed to have 3 grandchildren. Jonathan Kaija, our firstborn, is a mechatronics engineer turned data analyst. He and his wife, Jerry Yvonne, live and work in Melbourne. David Kaija is a brilliant engineer in the Ministry of Energy in Uganda. He and his wife, Akik Angela, live in Kampala. Thank you, Dr. Litho, for supporting David. I should add that David got his job on merit, lest any idea enters your mind. He actually did an interview. I don't know what they call them, those they do on computer, aptitude and what have you, and he was the top of the group. And he went and did the oral interview and he was still top. And David is very talented. He actually speaks and writes Chinese. Sarah Sache. Oh, please allow me to stop here. I would like to appreciate Sydney. Now, this is a story which some of you don't know. So during the COVID times, we feared David had COVID. That was at the height of when everybody was dying, ambulances and what have you. So I asked that people help me take David to hospital. He was staying alone, he wasn't staying with us, and nobody could help. When I was very stuck, I think Sydney walked into my office when I was very stuck. And Sydney says, I'll take him. I'm like, Sydney, you have children, you're mad. You're going to leave your babies. And he's like, no, I'm going to sit in front, open the windows, open all the car windows. I'll drag him to Makere, they'll check him and I'll take him back home. And indeed, when they checked him, he had no COVID. Also, Sydney, thank you for your humane heart. I do not take it for granted. Please do not imagine that that's why he's editor-in-chief. No. God has just blessed him. God has just blessed him for his kind heart. I'll tell you a bit about the story about Sydney and being editor-in-chief. When we started two years ago, and HR will bear me out, we had 6 people on the list. Last year, we narrowed that list down to 3 people. He went through an interview, whatever you call the interview. I was not involved. I was not involved in the interviewing. I was not involved in anything. And he signed up to be the editor-in-chief, so he deserved it. Sorry, I was still introducing, but I'm almost done. And then I got off to make those asides. Our daughter, Sarah Sache, is a journalist and a researcher. Please, Sarah, stand up. Some of you remember Sache. She was in the newsroom for a while before she left us to go and pursue her other interests. She's a woman of many ideas. She wants to do early childhood. She wants to do disabled children. She wants to do everything humanitarian. Joshua Kaija is an architect and is pursuing his master's in Australia. And we also have many other children that God has entrusted to us to look at. I return to my family and I say, Amonti, thank you. Thank you for loving the New Vision, because he's one of your biggest consumer. He's actually a co-editor. He's also a very brutal critic. Brutal as the word can be. If he doesn't like something, he will tell you, actually, Amonti, you shouldn't go without talking to Hope, because Hope is not happy about our e-paper and he wants to give you feedback. Thank you for the brilliant insights and the honest feedback. It has helped us to make things better. And in the process, he too has begun developing content. He has a weekly gospel program on Kabalega FM. And by the way, there is no conflict of interest to declare because he pays for the program. Martin is there as a witness. He was actually our first client. Am I wrong? He was our first client. He paid the first money that Kabalega FM brought in, and it was for a gospel show. Darling, by the grace of God and with his help, we are here today. We have run the journalism race. We have served our country. We have served God's people in this sphere. We are relieved that there is no more stoning, but I assure you there is much more to do. And off we go to the next assignment. as God will guide. I want to end as I began by thanking God. 34 years of meaningful work is a gift I did not earn. The colleagues I've had the privilege of working alongside are a gift. The opportunity to do journalism that matters in the country is also a gift. I pray that God blesses Vision Group. God blesses this company and takes it to heights. I'll continue praying for Vision Group and CEO, because with prayer there are no boundaries. May the work that began like a small seed grow and touch many lives in the country. Thank you all very so much for honoring my life. I do not take today for granted. I thank you so much, and for the people whose names I've not mentioned, I still value you nonetheless. God bless you. God bless Uganda. For God and my country.
Thank you, Barbara Kaija. Let's stand up and give her a thunderous applause. Thank you, Barbara. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue celebrating Barbara Kaija, and it's time for us to cut our cake. So we are counting from 1 to 3, or from 3 to 1. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much. Thank you for the many years of service, Barbara. We really do appreciate. We thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barbara.
Download the app on App Store or Google Play Store now. Vision Digital Experience, the future of media.
New Vision TV. Stream smart, stream New Vision.